Hi everyone, we're the castle.
We're here at Fraser to find some seniors and ask some questions and get some answers. Alright, looking for some seniors to ask some questions. We gotta find some.
Oh, Reed.
Hey! Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
There's literally no one in this place. Old Hindi room?
It's me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
We have questions for you.
Yeah, please.
Okay, for the Tommies.
Come on. Actress doesn't have music, does it? Guys, it's Jessie! Go! Yeah, like there's something.
Helen, thank you for joining us.
Hello there.
I was in the Book of Will last semester, and it took place in Langworthy, and we all know that you watch over Langworthy. So, do you have any comments about Book of Will or about Ken Womble or anything?
That Ken Womble sure is handsome.
Helen, you crazy girl.
There they are.
We have a few questions for you today.
All right.
Hi, we are here today with Jessie Carl. What's your name?
Jessie Carl.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, we are here for the Tommies.
For sure. Okay.
We would like to know who has the best hair and staff in your opinion?
Ooh. Aiden. That would be my lovely roommate, Vito Piane.
Who do you think has the best hair and style?
Me.
Me. I'm kidding. Adrian, obviously.
Okay.
Say it. Say it. You can say it.
Sarah Goodman has the best head.
What is your favorite stab memory?
When I got into the program.
What is your favorite stab memory?
God. Looking at the astroturf for the Wolves. Horrifying. Awesome.
Can you give us your best podcaster voice?
Hi, my name's I'm doing a podcast right now, and it's called ASMR Relax You to Sleep.
If there was a zombie apocalypse and you were trapped in Fraser, which shop would you hide in and with what professor?
Hiding up in lights with Dr. Toei up in the grid, and I'm dropping my wrench on a zombie as they come through.
Do you want to tell us about your favorite stab memory?
This is cheesy, but when I got to go on as Christine in the chorus line.
What has been your best memory here at stab?
This might be just because you're interviewing me, but probably doing Blue with you.
Speaking of being an understudy in chorus line, we have a task for you. Your task is do we have a timer? Okay. You have 60 seconds to perform the entirety of chorus line.
Go now.
Hi, my name is this. Hi. Oh God, I have tits and ass. Can't really sing. This person over here says this thing. This person over here says this thing. We got 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow, she still got it.
I can't do a double, and I'm graduating.
Who wins?
Cassie, they had an argument. They fought.
Got 10 seconds.
One, singular sensation. Every little step she takes. One, kick one.
Join, Cindy, join.
And kick one. And
Wow.
Thank you to Jessie Carl for joining us, and thank you for showing us your amazing musical theater
I haven't
skills.
been in a dance class in over a year.
A for effort.
Thank you.
Based on your past productions this semester, would you say that you'd be more likely to be on an episode of Blue's Clues or American Horror Story?
I'm gonna have to say Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues.
Tell me when. We're here live at Garden Theater. We are going to ask Terry a question. And the question is, what advice do you have for the seniors who are leaving? Let's go find them.
Is that on now?
Yeah, it's on.
Fuck out of my way. I'm kidding. My advice for you guys who are graduating is just keep on going. Don't stop. If you do, you're going to lose your love for it. But with any case, no matter what you do, keep going. It's worth it. That's what I say. Don't stop.
Gumo, could you please give us a senior quote as your last hurrah?
Don't work. I worked there and it's trash. It's literally garbage. Like, only go there for the.
That is some great advice.
I'm here with Danny Bennett,
I'm Danny Bennett.
and we have some questions for you.
Okay.
Give us start off with a dad senior quote.
If you're drunk by noon, that's okay.
You're a main show this year.
I am, yeah.
How do you feel about him directing Tabal in the spring? Tabal. It's spelled TBA, Tabal.
I think he's did the I think he's did. I know that Taba is. I don't know.
You heard it here.
You are in Eurydice. You have 1 minute to perform all of Eurydice.
Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking lie. My wife. My wife is dead.
Oh my god, it's your Daichi.
My wife is dead.
That was the whole play in my memory. You're welcome. Okay.
I know.
Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Tommy Awards. My name is Mason Charles and I'm the president of Alpha Psi Omega.
My name is Genevieve Janae and I'm vice president of Alpha Psi Omega.
And we are your hosts for what is hopefully our very last virtual Tommy Awards.
After a year of virtual school, virtual theater, taking up a million different hobbies to try and fill time, feels great to be done.
It sure does. This year was full of so many ups and downs, but tonight we are here to celebrate the incredible work produced by the School of Theater Arts and Dance. We were so lucky to be given so many opportunities to create virtual theater, starting off in the first semester with the incredible work of our musical theater department and with the help of Sondheim to create A Weekend in the Country, directed by Jillian Webb.
After a weekend in the country, we were able to see the incredible work of our peers in The Heiress, directed by Anne Towie, and The Book of Will, directed by Ken Womble. We started the second semester off strong with the amazing work from faculty, guest artists, and students in the Dance for Film show directed by Monty Black back in February.
We were also gifted with 2 amazing shows that made the reprise and debut this spring, Blue and Macbeth.
We also saw Spring One Acts, Freshman Practicums, and New York and LA Showcase. Congrats on being done, everyone.
Unlike last year and this past year, APU has so many exciting opportunities to bring to you in the 2021-2022, including 2 productions and the hope to bring back our live Tommy Awards at the Millennium Event Center next April. With this, we need your help to make next year as great as it can be, and that requires officers. We are welcoming and still seeking officers to join our board next year to make what it should have been the last year and a half. Please join us in filling out an application on our Instagram at UNC Alpha Psi Omega 1 to join our board and join us on the stage next year to announce those winning performances. But for now, it's time to celebrate the adaptive, collaborative, and excellent work that our student body has produced this year.
So let's kick off the night. I'm going to hand the mic over to Lainey, who's going to start off our awards.
Hello everyone, my name is Lainey and I am APO's Publicity Manager, and tonight I will be announcing the awards for Best Featured Performer as well as Featured Dancer. For Best Featured Member in a Play, the winner for The Heiress,
Tara Prager as Mrs. Montgomery.
The winner for Best Featured Members in The Book of Will are
Landon Lee as Marcus in Barman 2, and Kelsey Casel as Boy Hamlet and Francisco.
And the winners for Best Featured Member in a Play for Macbeth are
Izzy Daniels as Banquo and Noelle Bovey as Ross.
The Best Featured Performers for A Weekend in the Country are
Oscar Whitney Jr. and Jesse Carl.
The Best Featured Performers for 2020 Speaks are
Oscar Whitney Jr. and Kenyon Bernard.
The Best Featured Performers for Outstanding Dancers in Dance for Film Concert are
Danny McGuire and Mary Jo Lasky.
Thank you, everyone. And now I'm going to hand it over to Mason, who will announce the awards for Best Supporting Performers.
Thank you, Lainey. The nominees for the Best Supporting Performer in a Female Role in a Play are Lydia Knaus as Elizabeth Almond in The Heiress, Olivia Tewksbury as Marion Almond in The Heiress, Katrina Stelp as Elizabeth Condell in The Book of Will, Raven Harris as Susanna Shakespeare in The Book of Will, Allison Stewart as Amelia Bassano Lanier in The Book of Will, Casey Fetters as Witch 1 in Macbeth, and Kelsey Casel as Witch 2 in Macbeth. And the winner of the Best Supporting Performer in a Female Role in a Play is Kelsey Casel as Witch 2 in Macbeth. The nominees for Best Supporting Performer in a Male Role in a Play are Brendan Kronk as Arthur Townsend in The Heiress, Nick Vlahos as Richard Burbage and Ben Johnson in The Book of Will, Brian Davis as Isaac Jaggard in The Book of Will, Joey Torson as William Jaggard and Sir Edward Daring in The Book of Will, Corson Hayes as Ralph Crane in The Book of Will, John Pacheco as Ensemble in Blue, Cole Ramirez as Malcolm in Macbeth, and Ethan Walker as Lennox in Macbeth. And the winner for Best Supporting Performer in a Male Role in a Play is Cole Ramirez as Malcolm in Macbeth. Now we're going to turn it over to our first performer of the evening, Peyton Mazza, performing First Time in Forever from Frozen.
The window is open, so's that door. I didn't know they did that anymore. And there's two nice ladies helping me get dressed. Thank you, thanks! For years I've roamed these empty halls. Why have a ballroom with no balls? Coronation Day is just the best. There'll be actual real-life people. It'll be totally strange. But wow, am I so ready for this change?
Catherine Odgers, and I am the DT consultant here on APO. The nominees for favorite student group are
Alpha Psi Omega, Barely Shakespeare, Chaos Improv, Dance Alliance, GTSA, Hello, My Name Is, Jukebox Collection, One Another Theater, or otherwise known as Manifesto, Operation Cheesecake, The Playground, Soapbox Productions, The Underground, and Stad Collective. And the winner is, for a consecutive second year, Operation Cheesecake.
Nominees for Best Student Production and Work are
Theater for Young Audiences, Blue. Soapbox Productions, 100 Planes, directed by Chloe Love and Michael Wilborn. The 2021 Soapbox Movement Festival. Change, the Dance Alliance One Act. The Story of the Iliad, directed by Katrina Stelk and chorus by Eva Grace. In Astra, a sci-fi mystery podcast by B. Della Piane. The Operation Cheesecake Guest Artist Series. The 2020 Fall One Acts. And the 2021 Spring One Acts. And the winner is Operation Cheesecake Guest Artist Series, tied for the first time with The Story of the Iliad, directed by Katrina Stelk and chorus by Eva Grace. Congratulations, everyone.
At this moment, we would like to take a moment to recognize our design and technology students. The nominees for Best Stage Manager are
Sophia Suzman for The Book of Will and The Dance for Film. J.C. Howard for A Weekend in the Country and 2020 Speaks. Jackie Cinnamon for The Heiress. Catherine Odgers for the 2020 Fall One Acts and Blue. Jack Strumsteffer for the 2021 Spring One Acts.
And the winner for Best Stage Manager is
Sophia Suzman for The Book of Will.
Nominees for Best Lighting Design are
For The Dance for Film, Lauren Alyssa Scully IV, Riley Nicole, Angela Heston, Travis Bonkamp, Caden Leffer, Ren Ferguson, Jordan Good, and Rob Kaler. Rob Kaler for Macbeth.
And the winner for Best Student Lighting Design is
Rob Kaler for Macbeth, and Lauren Alyssa Scully IV for The Dance for Film.
Nominees for Best Student Scenic Design are
Jude Franco for A Weekend in the Country, Eric Brockmeyer for The Heiress, Adrian Snyder for 2020 Speaks, and Brittany Kajinki for Blue.
And the winner for Best Student Scenic Design is
Adrian Snyder for 2020 Speaks.
And the nominees for Best Student Costume Design are
Brooke Fosser for The Heiress in Blue, Lauren Alyssa Scully IV for Macbeth, Tim Cortez for Macbeth, and Jacob Strauff for Macbeth.
And the winner for Best Costume Designer is
Brooke Fosser for The Heiress, and Lauren Alyssa Scully IV for Macbeth.
And the winner of Best Student Sound Design is
Travis Baumkamp for A Weekend in the Country.
The nominees for the Best Student Prop Master are
Kimiko Lindsay for The Book of Will and Macbeth, David Welsh for The Heiress, Brittany Kajinki for Blue, and Caitlin Brossett for 2020 Speaks.
And the winner for Best Prop Master is
Kimiko Lindsay for Macbeth.
The nominees for Best Student Charge Artist are
Lucy Albers-Mead for The Heiress and Macbeth. Jordan Daring for Blue. And Heather Holtgreave and other designers for The Book of Will.
And the winner for Best Student Charge Artist is
Lucy Albers-Mead for Macbeth.
And the winner for Best Student Technical Directing is
Charlie Tunnell for Blue.
Your nominees for the Best Student Assistant Directors are
Chloe Love for The Heiress and Blue. And Paige Flores Medrano for 2020 Speaks. And the winner is Paige Flores Medrano for 2020 Speaks. Congratulations, everyone. And now it's time to announce our best leading performers. The nominees for Best Leading Performer in a Male Role in a Play are Kenyon Bernard as Morris Townsend in The Heiress. Grayson Scott as Dr. Austin Sloper in The Heiress. Knox Blakely as Henry Condell in The Book of Will and Inky in Blue. Corey Arndt, Macduff in Macbeth. Cole Ramirez as John Hemminges in The Book of Will, and Sam Aguma as Macbeth in Macbeth. The winner is Sam Aguma as Macbeth in Macbeth. The nominees for the Best Leading Performer in a Female Role in a Play are Cameron Martyr as Catherine Sloper in The Heiress. Zoe Woods as Lavinia Penniman in The Heiress. Nina Perry as Rebecca Hemminges and Anne Hathaway Shakespeare in The Book of Will. Maddie Sizer as Alice Hemminges in The Book of Will. And B. Delapiane as Sparkly in Blue. And the winner is Cameron Martyr as Catherine Sloper in The Heiress. And now it's time for our second performance of the evening, performing Viva La Vida from Coldplay. This is Delaney Marie.
I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes, listen as the choir would sing. Now the old king's dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key, next the walls came close on me, and I discovered my castle stand on pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword, my shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you go there it was never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world. It was a wicked and wild wind, blew the doors that let me in, shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Tell me who would ever wanna be king. I hear know St. Peter won't call my name, never in all his world. That was when I ruled the world.
Hey, my name is Matt Besmer, and I'm the treasurer for APO, and I was also the Thane of Caithness in this year's production of Macbeth. I really wanted to say that this year's production of Macbeth was awesome. There were a lot of great things that went into that show, and a lot of people made a lot of sacrifices in order to make it happen. We were able to remain safe and still put on live theater, which was amazing considering the times that we're in. Another thing that made it great was our returning guest artists who were seniors last year when they were cast or assigned roles within the production, who decided to return and still take part in it. So us at APO really wanted to recognize those people who returned. And those people include Rebecca Gamlin, who was our assistant director, Taryn O'Neill, who came back as our stage manager, Curtis Bodeker, who came back as our dramaturg, Claire Matusalem, who came back to star as Lady Macbeth, Savannah Mortensen, who came back to be one of our witches, and Jacob Noon, who returned to be our fight captain as well as one of the murderers. Another student artist that APO would like to recognize this year is Tristan Flume for his work in Macbeth as the movement choreographer as well as mover. As the movement choreographer, Tristan came in and was able to bring a whole new level to Macbeth, and he was able to bring a lot of cool supernatural movement. And he was the only student who was a main stage movement choreographer this year. Thank you for all your work, Tristan. Us at APO and all of those who were involved in Macbeth want to thank you all for coming back and for giving us such a great experience this year.
It is now my honor to present the Most Outstanding Student Awards picked by the heads of each department. Starting out with Theater Studies, the most outstanding freshman in Theater Studies is
Megan Dill.
The most outstanding sophomore in Theater Studies is
Ryan Bradeen.
The most outstanding junior in Theater Studies is
Kaya Brown.
And the most outstanding senior in Theater Studies is
Rhiannon Parent.
Moving on to the acting program. The most outstanding freshman in the acting program is
Joseph Steiner.
Most outstanding sophomore in acting is
Kelsey Kasel.
Most outstanding junior in acting is
Angel Garcia.
And most outstanding senior in acting is
Nina Perry.
Moving on to theater education, the most outstanding freshman in theater education is
Miguel Munoz.
The most outstanding sophomore in theater education is
Elizabeth Texera.
The most outstanding junior in theater education is
Allie Holden.
And the most outstanding senior in theater education is
Ben Rosen.
Moving on to musical theater, the most outstanding freshman in the musical theater program is
Chloe Allen.
The most outstanding sophomore in the musical theater program is
Emily Stewart.
The most outstanding junior in the musical theater program is
Vince Dang.
And the most outstanding senior in the musical theater program is
Nick Vlahos.
Moving on to the dance program. There are two choices for the most outstanding freshman in the dance program.
Kimmy Fujioka and Thomas Brandstratter.
The most outstanding sophomore in the dance program is
Grace Napolitano.
There are also 2 choices for the most outstanding junior in the dance program.
Mary Jo Lasky and TJ Nguyen.
And the most outstanding senior in dance is
Quentin Golden.
Good evening, everyone. It is now my pleasure to read a speech honoring our design and technology students, written by our very own head of the DT program, Ann Towie. This year, the design and technology program chose not to do individual awards and opted to commemorate the program as a whole. The work that each student has done and the skills that every individual brings to the table is invaluable. The DT faculty is very proud of the work that all of the design and technology students undertook this year to produce theater in some manner for the School of Theater Arts and Dance. We are especially proud of our graduating seniors who are entering the field during a particularly difficult time. Seniors, know that you will be missed. To our juniors, we look to you now for leadership in the design and technology program as we embark on a new school year that will return us to producing live theater at the pace we did prior to the pandemic. We know that you are up to the task and are ready to see you take on those leadership roles. To our sophomores and freshmen, we cannot wait for you to have the opportunity to shine in the upcoming year with some of you in your newly declared emphasis areas, and others of you still exploring all of the opportunities that the DT program has to offer.
Congratulations to all the winners. You are all outstanding. Now we are moving on to our final performance of the evening, a scene from the story of the Iliad, directed by Katrina Stelk and starring Knox Blakely and Miko Coffey.
Come forward, child. No need to stand in the shadows. You're out of range, out of view. They say you were born from an egg, that your father was a swan, hence the whiteness, the pale skin. Well, would you prefer to sit?
You've always shown me such courtesy.
You are our guest.
They have a new song about me. Your people?
We have songs about everyone. We're a song-singing nation.
Helen of Greece, Helen of Troy, married a man and married a boy. The boy took her home, the man chased after all the way from stony Sparta.
It has its merits, a catchy rhythm.
Oh, is it the eyes and is it the lips?
You don't have to go on.
Or is it the thighs and is it the hips that launched 1,000 angry ships and fired 1,000,000 fiery darts that pierced 100,000 hearts and left 100,000 dead and dyed the blue Aegean red all the way from Troy to Sparta, all the way over the wind-blown water?
Helen of joy, Helen of slaughter.
I hadn't heard that last line.
The local poets have never been able to resist a convenient rhyme, no matter how crude.
How will this end?
The gods will decide! Or would that now be considered an old-fashioned thought?
Non-believers never seemed to fare any better.
Are you following today's developments? You're a foreigner here. Can you read the situation?
I recognize that lone figure.
Of course. My loving son. Your loving husband.
I am only Paris's wife under Trojan law.
Point out some of the other characters to me. You must know them, being one of them.
Sir, I'm a harlot in the eyes of most. It's a life of tears.
The seated one, who's that?
Lord Agamemnon, son of Atreus, a king among men.
He has a leader's profile. I visited his country once.
Odysseus?
Ah, famous Odysseus, with the sharp mind and the quick tongue.
But no Patroclus, no Achilles.
And the other man standing, fearless looking, armed to the teeth. The one who walks out to do battle with my son. Do you recognize him?
I do.
A name?
Menelaus, my...
Your husband. I know. So, your husband will slay your husband, and then you'll be carried off in your husband's arms. Tell me, who but the immortals could have plotted that? You have the looks of a goddess. In weaker moments, I see you as my son does, but a curse to us all the same. The life of all my people might bleed away into the sand because of this face. Have someone bring me the news. I don't trust these old eyes.
It is now my honor to announce this year's D. Smythe Award winner. This award was named after a woman who was once a faculty member with the School of Theatre Arts and Dance. It was named after her because she truly cared about her students as a faculty member and seemed to share their experiences as students throughout their college career. Dee was a phenomenal woman who had an unsurpassed air of professionalism without compromising being approachable. With this, we asked you, the student body, to vote for your favorite faculty member this year. And this woman is nothing shy of those qualifications. As a professor, she is always present, providing resources, and lives and breathes for her students. This professor teaches so many valuable lessons, even in patience, resilience, and kindness, and shares an overwhelming amount of passion for her craft. This professor truly embodies what it means to not only be a professor, but to be a part of the School of Theatre Arts and Dance community. With that, your 2021 D. Smythe Award winner for the second time is Professor Kim Clay. We love you, Kim. Thank you so much for all you do. What an evening filled with so much love and celebration.
Congratulations to all of the winners of what is hopefully the last virtual Tommy Awards.
And congratulations to the class of 2021 for persevering through this difficult year and for making it to the end.
Thank you to all the performers of this evening, and a big thank you to everyone who helped make this show what it is.
We are so pumped to be back in person next year and to bring back theater live safely.
That's right, Mason. I hope everyone has an amazing summer.
Thank you for joining us this evening, and on behalf of APO, we sign off.